The Center for African Culture, Rights and Citizen Protection has expressed concern over United States President Joe Biden's belligerent attitude toward Nigeria and other nations opposed to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex. According to the center, Biden's threat of sanctions to Nigeria and these countries is a disregard for their democratic institutions and sovereignty. The center made its displeasure known at a press conference on Thursday in Abuja. In a memorandum on Tuesday, Biden instructed the United States Embassy in Nigeria and other nations to push for legislation of homosexuality in their respective country of residence. Speaking on behalf of the group, Executive Director Comrade Adamu Kabiru Matazu noted that the United States must realize that nations across the world have the responsibility to enforce the law that govern them internally.
It is pertinent to point out here that the Same-Sex Marriage Prohibition Act 2013 is not the imposition of just one random dictator. It was not signed into law by the present government, but by its predecessor. It is legislation that had the touch of the three arms of government. The legislature passed the bill, the executive arm of the government signed the bill into law, while the judiciary has at one point or the other entertained suits pertaining to its legality. The implication of what the United States is asking countries to do, therefore, is akin to asking that they disregard their democratic institutions, discard their national sovereignties, and adopt dictates from the President of the United States of America. If the United States thinks laws should not be enforced, then it should have demonstrated this by allowing pro-Trump protesters take over its capital when they invaded the place in challenge of the alleged election fraud that sacked former President Donald Trump from office. If the United States can take measures which it claims were meant to safeguard its democracy, then Nigeria, by the same token, reserves the right to safeguard its own culture. We call on the federal government of Nigeria to immediately articulate areas of counter-sanctions that will be deployed against the United States if it presses ahead with its threat to use sanctions in forcing countries to accept the unacceptable.
The center, however, called on the federal government to immediately articulate areas of counter-sanction that will be deployed against the United States if it presses ahead with its threats. The group also warned that the NSAS protests will be used to provoke security response that will then leverage on the launch another campaign to support of LGBTQ in Nigeria.